Hello everyone. Welcome to live trading with Angelofx. Can you guys see my chart? If you guys can see my chart, then say okay in the comment box. Then I will officially start with analyzing the price level where we can buy. Just comment okay so that I can see it and officially start with the live session. Okay, yeah, let's start. So we'll be starting off from daily chart. Well, if you guys did join my live session of Sunday with the Note and Trader, we did say that gold would give us a retest around this area to continue further to the upside, and that happened. And we got into the buy yesterday. It gave around like 300 pips, but like that's not the point right now. Like the point right now is that we must look for an area to buy and target the all-time high because we're almost there. And we're gonna get there. We're gonna get above the all-time high. Probably today, if not today, then definitely tomorrow. So let's analyze price action. Let's analyze price action. So looking at the 4-hour chart, we can clearly see that market structure is bullish on the 4-hour chart. This is our reversal point, and price is creating higher high. Hold on a second. And price is creating new higher highs and lower high. So now we need a retest to around this area to continue higher. Well, why am I choosing this area? If you go onto the line chart, if you're using supply and demand, this would be your demand zone. If you're using ICT, this would be your bullish mitigation block of where you would be looking for buys. So on the 4-hour chart, this will be my buy zone on the 4-hour chart, and you must understand that higher time frame buy zones are very powerful. They are very powerful to use. So now we'll be going on the 1-hour chart to refine it further. Now let's go to the 3-hour chart. Going to the 3-hour chart, we can find ourselves on fair value gap around this area. We can find ourselves a fair value gap around here. So this area is a potential area where we could start observing for buys on the lower time frame to continue higher. But if we take a look at the 4-hour zone, in the 4-hour zone, we can also find a fair value gap around here. So there's also a potential that price could give us a pullback deep into this area, deep into discount to further continue the boom pump to the upside. So now that we have found our point of interest where we can start looking for buys, now the waiting is that we must go to the lower time frame to look for this confirmation. And it might take a while before we get this confirmation, but we will get them eventually. And if we are going to take use of our Fibonacci tool, then the Fibonacci tool gives us an extra confirmation that these buy zones are indeed valid. Why are they valid? Is because when you're bullish on the marketplace, you would want to buy under the 50% level. You basically want to buy in discount price level. So like all zones are also aligning with the Fibonacci levels that we have in mind. So now going to the 2-hour chart, like that is the reason why you must do multiple time frame analysis. Going to the 2-hour chart, we can also see another mitigation block right above this fair value gap. So what does this give me on price action? What kind of narrative does it give me? So seeing a mitigation block above this fair value gap gives me the indication that price might not give us a deep retracement into this second zone, into this first zone. Instead, I'm expecting price to give us the reversal around here instead of giving us the deep one to this area. But still, we will keep this area in mind that price could potentially come down into this area to give us the eventual reversal to continue to the upside. But with me seeing another mitigation block around here with a fair value gap, you must understand that all the blocks that have fair value gap on them are very powerful. And seeing that this mitigation block here has a fair value gap right above it, gives me the indication that price might reverse around here instead of going further down into discount to finally give us the reversal. So now I'll be focusing this area, this zone instead of the first one around here. Let me delete it, but we may still have it in mind that we will still be looking for buys. Going to the 45-minute chart is basically the same premise, but we're going to see more candlestick. Going to the 30-minute chart, same thing. The 30-minute chart is currently bearish. We need to wait for it to turn bullish before we start buying. Going to the 50-minute chart, the 50-minute chart is also still bearish. We need to wait for it to turn bullish before we start buying. And I'm expecting it to do that. When price has dropped into this area, we can see a lower fair value gap around here. So I'm expecting price to drop into this fair value gap to finally give us the reversal. This is the fair value gap I'm talking about. Let's go to the 10-minute, the 5-minute. Well, the 5-minute is showing a sign of a bullish reversal, but we need to break above this high. And if we do break above this high and we create a fair value gap around here, then we could maybe start buying around this area. But as for now, there's literally no confirmation to start buying yet because of the 5-minute. And you must be asking yourself, what kind of confirmation am I actually looking for before I start to buy on the 5-minute? Well, the concept is very simple. When you're bullish on the higher time frame and also like the middle time frame, and if the lower time frame, your entry time frame is still bearish, you need to wait for it to turn bullish before you start buying. So when we look at the time frame, like 1 hour to 4 hour, I'm bullish. I'm also bullish on the middle time frame, but currently the lower time frame is still bearish. And in order for the lower time frame to start going up, it needs to align with the higher time frame bias. It needs to align with the higher time frame market structure. So on the 5-minute, I would like to see price breaks above a lower high, something like this. It must give us a shock. And when we see something like this on the 5-minute chart, then we can start buying, and then we definitely know that the lower time frame has aligned with the higher time frame bias, and that price action will finally follow the higher time frame direction. But for now, gold is not yet ready to go up. We need to wait for the confirmation to occur, and those are the confirmation that we'll be waiting. And as I told you guys in Telegram, like the first 50 minutes of the live is very important. Why is it important? Because on the first 50 minutes, I'll be giving you guys a top-down analysis on gold, why I have a certain bias and why I'm looking for a certain entry. And like after the 50 minute, I'll be basically waiting for this confirmation. So after 50 minutes, it will be relatively silence until I see further changes. But feel free to ask any question in the chat box. I will definitely answer them if you guys want to know about a concept, or you guys want to know more about a confirmation pattern that I use, or basically anything. But we have our premise in hand. Now we just need to wait for it to unfold. It's gonna take a while, so yeah, let's enjoy the ride. Let me see if I can add some music. Now when we're looking back at the 5-minute, we are getting some bullish structure around here, but this is not my indication to start buying yet. We need to see a fair value gap. When we see the fair value gap, then we'll be trying offers buy attempt around here. But our main objective is to see price eventually get to this 50-minute fair value gap. Okay, we did break it. That is clearly showing us a clear sign of bullish market structure. But let's see what price will do around this area, what kind of reaction it will give, because this is still a lower time frame resistance. Like this buy right here could be a fake one. It could be a fake one, and that is the reason why I want to wait for the fair value gap. Because if you enter into this buy right now without the fair value gap, this resistance right here could push price down further to take out this low and to take out early buyers, then give us the confirmation to go up. So based on my premise, I don't think that the buy will come yet. I believe that this resistance will push price down further to the downside to go up. Thank you guys for the positive feedbacks. It will definitely keep me motivated to do this daily. So what time frame I mainly use for confirmation? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The higher the time frame, for instance, the bigger time frame you use for confirmation, the higher your win rate will be. But the moment you start going on the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, you will start seeing more false confirmation, and like your win rate will go lower. Why will it go lower? Because like the lower you go, for instance, the 3 minute, the 2 minute, the 1 minute, like you will see the needed confirmation. But some of those confirmation that you might see on the lower time frame might be false. Like as you can see, if you go on to the 2 minute, on the 2 minute chart, structure is bullish around here. But as I explained to you guys, I believe that price is going to give us a leg lower to eventually give us the original buy move. So like the best time frame to use for confirmation is the 50 minute. Like once you see your confirmation on the 50 minutes, you know it's high probable, you know it's going to work out 100%. Like the buy that I took yesterday was solely based on the 50-minute time frame. I took the buy around here, and we still have it running. I'm targeting the all-time high. It was based on the 15-minute, and the thing about the 50-minute time frame is like once you found your entry on the 50-minute time frame, of course it takes a long time to get your entry on the 50-minute time frame, but once you find your entry on the 50-minute time frame, you know that it's very high probable it's gonna give you more than 100 pips per run. But like the best time frame that I advise you guys to use is the 50-minute for entry. Like once you're more advanced, once you're more an advanced technical trader, then you can go like lower on the lower time frame, like 5 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, and 1 minute. If you want smaller stop loss, of course. But I'm personally using the 5-minute time frame for entries, as it is giving me basically smaller stop loss. Okay, some of trading path has asked me to explain the buy of yesterday. So like the buy of yesterday was very important. Like one of the things that I always do before analyzing the market, you need to identify the reversal point. What is the reversal point in the market? Well, let's say that the market is in a bullish trend. So let's say this is the bullish leg of the market, and for instance, like on the higher time frame you're bullish, but on the 50-minute, the 50-minute is no, on the higher time frame you're bearish. And in order to start selling and aligning with the higher time frame bearish ID, you need to see that the current time frame that you're looking at, if it's the 15-minute, it needs to turn bearish. And how do you know that it's turned bearish? You need to look for a reversal point. You need to basically look for a reversal pattern. And what are the most famous reversal pattern that we use daily to daily? Well, they have different names, but they are relatively the same thing. The inverted head and shoulder pattern, or the bullish head and shoulder pattern, or the bearish or the bullish breakup block. So once you manage to spot one of those patterns at your desired time frame, then you will be noting it as your reversal point. But you also need to have a higher time frame bias. And once you manage to spot the reversal point on the time frame you're observing, then you will be knowing that you will need to start looking for sell. You will need to start selling at every resistance point the price is trading into. And let's put that back into action on the entry I took yesterday. We'll be starting off from the 30-minute. So when I was analyzing price yesterday, and like when we're looking at price action from this side, like market structure on this side was bearish, but my overall bias was bullish. And the question is, why did I start buying gold yesterday on New York? Well, it was very simple. If price action is bearish, we will not be violating any lower high. So if we were truly bearish yesterday, would not be breaking above this high right here. And when I woke up 1 hour prior to the New York session, and I saw that price actually violated this high around here, and I know that the higher time frame is bullish, that is how I basically know that okay, my next step is to look for a buy entry, because the middle time frame has finally aligned with the higher time frame. You see, and this was basically our reversal point. You don't need an indicator to spot it. You can just spot it with classic market knowledge concept. And when I managed to spot out the reversal point, like the next thing that I needed to do was basically wait for the New York kill zone to open and start looking for my entry. So, and when you know that you're bullish, the market must not violate any higher lows that you see occurring in the marketplace. So when I spotted the reversal point, I waited for the New York kill zone to open. When it opened, and I saw that we had broken above this high around here, and price also gave us a fair value gap around here, and that is the reason why I chose this area as a point of interest for me to start buying. But it did almost took us out. But according to our concept, when the market is bullish, we should not be breaking above, and we should not be breaking below any higher low. You see? And as you can see, price is already starting with a pump up, but no FOMO. Why not? Because I don't see any fair value gap to start buying yet. So the fair value gap is very important. Like, you can jump into this buy and it still goes down to the downside. So the weight is still on the fair value gap. And when we see the fair value gap, then we'll be going into buys. Yeah, the gold entry, I don't see any confirmation to start buying yet, so we'll be continuing on with explanation. Like, there's no valid fair value gap for me to start buying. Yes, Frauska is in the New York Times. The New York kill zone, at what time it is? I'll be placing it on my Telegram channel. Like, I have a screenshot about it with the different timing. So after this live session, I will be posting it on my Telegram channel for you guys to see. Well, if there are two fair value gap next to each other, which one do you choose? Well, it depends on price action. You do not know which one you must choose. So you must basically observe both fair value gap to see what kind of reaction you will see out of it. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's a guessing game, but it's almost like a guessing game to know which kind of fair value gap you must choose. Well, if we do go back to the 2-hour chart around here, let me hide it. We can see two clear fair value gap around here. We can see a fair value gap around here. We can see a fair value gap around here. Usually beginner would be getting confused. Like, beginners would be waiting for market to reach this fair value gap, and eventually price would never reach this fair value gap. The reason why is because we have a higher mitigation block around here, and price could start reversing around here, and that is the reason why I'm observing this fair value gap to look to align myself with the bias to eventually target the all-time high. So you must also look for other confirmation on why you want to use the top fair value gap instead of the bottom one. Yeah, based on the 10-minute price is not yet ready for buying. But if we miss it, there's no problem with that. The name of the indicator that I'm using Fractal and this one. If you can take a screenshot very fast, it would be very beneficial. This is the indicator that I'm using to show my timing, the kill zones, and it also shows the session. For instance, if I uncheck this, then it will give me the sessions, but I chose to hide the names because you don't want your chart to be too clustered with too much information. It will confuse you. If I press this, then you will see the label, then you will see the names, but it is too clustered for me, and that is the reason why I choose to hide them. And yeah, and I'm using Fractal for market structure. This is the one that I'm using. As you can see, price is currently respecting this resistance level. So like the thing that I'm expecting, price is trying to trick trader into buying early, and then it will be giving us another push down, and when we get the other push down, then we'll be looking for confirmation to start buying. Like this is the whole schematic that I have in mind that we'll be waiting for. What do I think about the news for today? Well, I'm not a fundamental trader, I am a technical trader, so I don't really focus on the news. But one of the things that I can say, like as a technical trader and ICT trader, we do believe that the news gives price a boost on volatility. It doesn't really change it. Like the news will try to follow the higher time frame direction. So like that is the reason why I don't really focus on fundamental stuff. Like I try to focus more on the technical side because the news will eventually follow the higher time frame direction. Still no fair value gap given, so that means we will not be jumping into any buy shit. But I will be observing this fair value gap around here. But that is another concept that I'm using. I will not be explaining it in this video. I do not trade any other pair, and I will tell you guys the reason why. Well, you need to see it when you go to school and you eventually reach the university. You need to specialize yourself in something. And the reason why you need to specialize yourself in something is because you need to get good at it. I'm not saying that you cannot master many pairs, but me personally, I love trading gold. It gives us enough pips a day, and like you don't really need to trade other currencies. If you know how to trade gold, you understand gold. Like in the beginning, I used to trade more than 10 pairs per session, and that is also it is also taking like a lot on your brain, you know. So like that is the reason, like over the years, I minimize everything to just one, because gold is sufficient enough. Somebody just asked me what is a fair value gap. A fair value gap is nothing more than a gap between three candlesticks. Like if you look at this candlestick, you can see a fair value gap around here. Like this is the first candle, this is the second one, and this is the third one, and between these two candles we can see a gap around here. Yes, I agree with you, Fabrizio. That is the reason why I don't want to jump into any buy share. But like I said, I'll be using this fair value gap as a point of interest because there might be a possible chance that you might get some reaction out of you to continue higher. So this fair value gap is still an area of interest for me. But I'm using another concept which I'll be explaining on the next video. But using the classical thing that we use, we would want to see price go below this low to eventually go for buys. The TP level, well, it's very simple. For example, you are buying on a pullback. For example, this is the recently created high, and you'll be buying around this area. And how would you determine your TP level? Well, it's very, how do I say it? It's very simple. So when you're buying on a pullback, for instance, you're buying around here, the best logical TP level should be around the recently created high, and that is the one around here. And for example, if you do finally get the buy around here, our logical TP level should be this recently created high. So if you do get the buy, then like our first TP, our first logical TP should be around here. But I'm expecting price to go higher, so I'll be having multiple TPs. One TP targeting the all-time high and one TP targeting this, and a bonus TP for if price wants to continue higher. I hope that I've managed to answer your question. We're going to get another new 10-minute candle in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And we get a new 10-minute candle, and if I see that the new 10-minute candle is trading into the fair value gap, then we'll be going to the lower time frame to look for entry on the 1 minute. And if we see any bullish structure in this zone on the 1 minute, then we'll be starting to buying around this zone, and then our stop loss will be around here, and our first TP will be around here, and our second TP will be targeting the all-time high. But let's keep the first idea that we have in mind. The first idea that we have in mind is that price could give us a potential leg lower down to here to eventually give us the full buy. But the thing about trading is you need to be flexible, because if you stick to one idea, you might miss the move. So like you can have multiple IDs, but you must also know how to observe your multiple IDs to not miss them. So this resistance got broken up. With us breaking above this resistance zone, now my premise is that we might get the buy around here based on the 10 minute. But I'll be waiting for confirmation on the lower time frame before we start buying on the pullback. We're gonna get a new 10-minute candle in 10 seconds. Let's see if we get any pullback into it. New 10-minute candle has arrived. Let's see if we get any pullback into the 10-minute fair value gap to start looking for buys. Like I'm trying to predetermine the TP levels. For if you get the buy. Or their TP level is around here. And if we do get into the buy around here, our stop loss would be below this low. Yeah, is my background music too loud? Oh wait, I will be reducing the background music. Is the volume good now? Say okay if the background music volume is good now. I will increase it. Okay, I'll leave it like this. And we're almost at 80 viewers. Thank you guys for the support. Now we're basically waiting for the pullback to happen. And if you guys do find my stream helpful, feel free to like my YouTube session so I know that I'm doing a good job and you guys are also enjoying the live stream session. Which 5-minute order block? Free soul, do you mean this order block? Yeah, I'm waiting for price to give us a pullback into this area, and we get a pullback into this area, I will be then going to the lower time frame to go and look for the confirmation. Why not shorts? Well, higher time frame is bullish and there's no logical reason to short right now unless the higher time frames turn bearish. Somebody is saying that there is no 1 hour, there is no 4-hour order blocks around here, it's just wick. No, my higher time frame is the 4-hour and the 1-hour chart. We already framed our bias on the higher time frame, and now we're using the 10-minute, the 50-minute, the 5-minute as a time frame of where we're looking for confirmation to go into the buy. So if you look to the left, so starting from the 15-minute to the 1-minute is the time frame that we're using to look for confirmation to go for the buys. I'm waiting for the lower time frame to turn bullish to start buying. And as you guys can see, like the 50-minute is also giving us a confirmation to start buying around here, but it is not confirmed yet. We need to wait for the 50-minute candle to close, and when the 50-minute candle closes and we get the fair value gap around here, then this area will become our buy area. Then we'll be buying around here, and the stop loss will be around here. Speaking about mentoring, I think I'm busy creating a mentorship in the background. It might be ready um in next year January. Also writing a book. And don't forget to share my live to your family and friends so that they can also join in on the stream. So we finally managed to break above this resistance level. Now the weight is on the pullback. Yes, I'm making a mentorship program and also writing lots of books on PDF. Like there's a thing, like there's so many people out there that knows how to trade, but like when they are going to transfer the knowledge over, they always have a problem with that. But I do understand that part, and I'm very good in teaching, which you guys will experience once I manage to launch the mentorship. Yes, it could retrace into this fair value gap, and that is the reason why I have these two areas as a point of interest. I have this one right here. Like the reason why I want to buy around here is because I'm seeing confirmation, but it's not fully there yet. But we do have a lower buy zone around here. But that is the thing about trading. Like you must not stick to one plan. You must be flexible. Because the thing that happened with most beginners is because sometimes they have a trading plan, they have their specific zone, and they wait on that specific zone. But you need to see what is price currently doing. You see, and if you see that price is giving you other things, then you must adapt to that other thing that gold is currently giving you. Price won't always move as how we want, so flexibility is required when trading. Let's go on to the 6 minute, the 7 minute. I do hope that we get a retracement before we break above this high. If we do not get any retracement before we break above this high, then we will need to wait for a pullback around here to eventually go into the longs. I'm checking multiple time frames right now. The current 30 minutes seems to be forming a fair value gap, but the candle needs to be closed first. And it is giving more confidence that we will get a pullback, even if we don't get it right now. So we still have 3 minutes until the new 50-minute candles opens, and I do have an entry area in mind that we can try our first buy attempt, and that is around here. So I'm looking to buy on this 50-minute fair value gap. My stop loss will be around here. It is around 30 pip stop loss. Let me delete the other things to make the chart more clear for you guys. So like my TP targets are on the screen. It's around 160 pip. if you're targeting the main target. Okay, so my stop loss is around here, my buy limit is around here, and now I hope that we do get a pullback with the new 40-minute candle, the new 50-minute candle that is going to open. And don't forget to keep in mind that we also have a lower buy zone around here. Did anyone buy yet? I know that there are some people that already jump into buys. But if you do go into the lower time frame, you can definitely see some confirmation which could lead you to buy early. But this is a live session. I want to keep the risk very moderate and not use too many aggressive concepts to enter into any position. And Sunday we'll be having another weekly forecast. I think with no 10 trader again, or I'll maybe invite another trader into it. But like that's the plan. Like every Sunday I'll be inviting one trader, and then we'll be analyzing the market together. The last time it was no 10 trader, and we'll be going into many live streams together. But for today I wanted to go solo, and that is the reason why he's not in the live today. Charlie did enter on the last fair value gap around 2673. So some people did make some early buy entry. We still need to get our entry. And don't forget to also join in on our live session or live forecast on Sunday, where we will be analyzing the market for the week. I'm still waiting for the pullback to arrive. It may take some time, but I believe we will get it. If we do not get it yet, no worries. We'll then reanalyze the market to look for a potential new entry. And as you guys can see, I'm diving through every time frame. Let's see, we finally got a new 50-minute candle. Let's see if the new 50-minute candle will give us our entry. I want the new 50-minute candle to trade into this fair value gap to continue up. News, I don't think that there is any news today. Let me check Forex Factory very fast. No, there is no US dollar news today. Yes, there is no news today. Today is a very clean day for gold. No news. We only have news tomorrow, and that is the core retail sales, and on Friday, but those news are not high impact. Yes, like when news is around the corner, like you could either do one thing, like you could always try to play it safe and enter after the news. But if you want to enter in the news result, like you could make a whole lot of money, but you could also lose a whole lot of money. But it's always best to always try to enter after the news result has dropped. If you miss it, you miss it. Like the market is here forever. I think we're finally getting the pullback, hopefully. And we get the pullback or buy limit will be activated. After we have taken the new all-time high, I'm not sure how far gold is going to pump. Like the weekly chart is also currently supporting higher prices. Piece of this, like if you do create a new all-time high, then the weekly chart will give us a bullish mitigation block around here for a potential weekly support to further go up. Daily chart is also currently bullish, supporting higher prices. We need a pullback into this fearful again. If you like the live streaming, don't forget to like it and share it to your friends and family, as that will motivate me to do this daily. For now, I'm still thinking if I should do this twice a week or once a week. When you like it, more people will see it. That is basically how the YouTube algorithm works. Daily, well, is to consider, but not yet. We'll be doing it step for step. But I might be also live streaming on the London session because in November, like I won't be needing to wake up at 3 a.m. anymore to treat the London session. It has something to do with daylight saving time, and then the London session will be at 4 a.m. And when the London session goes back to 4 a.m., like the London kill zone, then I'll be also live streaming the London kill zone like every day, and the New York kill zone will be only for premium members. Yeah, I'll be doing London daily once the daylight saving time changes has applied. Like as you guys can see, when I'm trading the London session, I need to wake up at 3 a.m. and like yeah, I don't always wake up at 3 a.m. It's way too early. Let me align the indicator for you guys to see. I mean, like for those people that are living in Europe, like they can definitely trade the London session every day because it is the most easiest session to trade. If you're a beginner, I advise you to trade the London session. Like the New York session is full with manipulation and with all sorts of things. I'm staying in South America, in the north of Brazil. No, this is not the indicator that I wanted. Yeah, I think we're finally getting the pullback. Yeah, so if we look at the London fill zone, we can clearly see that it opens at 3 a.m. my time. So it is basically way too early for me to be waking up at that time very consistently. But it is the most easiest system to trade. It's very easy. Nice, nice. I'm also waiting for the pullback. And we're getting the pullback. I hope that we get a deep pullback to eventually activate our limit. Because if you start buying around here in this zone, like your risk will also get bigger because you will get a much bigger stop loss. And what if price decides to go lower then to this bottom free failure gap, then you will be losing more. So let's keep it with our original buy limit because we still need to have leverage to buy around here if price decides to come around here. No pullback as for yet. Price is failing to give us the pullback. But if we do not get the entry yet, no worries. We will still look for another entry. And if we do break above this high and we're still not in the move and this fair value gap is still intact, then this area will become our entry area. And this is also like a hidden reversal pattern. This is a hidden bullish breaker block or a hidden Quasimodo pattern. And we can use this pattern to get into more longs. Somebody asked me if I could explain it. Can you repeat your question again? I'm not sure I'm getting it. Oh, risk management. So yeah, the thing is, if you enter the move here without waiting for it to get into your limit, then you will be buying higher, and when you're going to buy higher, your stop loss is going to get bigger, and if your lot size is very big, you're going to be risking a lot more money. And what if the market decides to come down into this fair value gap? Then you'll be losing a lot more money, you see? And that is the reason why I want to keep my buy limit around here, just in case, because we still have a valid buy area around here. Risk management, like the book said, like you should be risking 1% per trade, but I would advise you guys to risk lower. The lower you risk, the longer your capital will be there. You need to think in terms of long term, not on short term. I do have a risk management book. I can also share that on Telegram. I'll be sharing it on Telegram after the live stream has ended. I've also written it myself and it dives deep into risk management. Yeah, in market structure outlook, as I said, we'll be observing both zones because we need to be flexible on the marketplace. Why should we be flexible on the marketplace? The market will not move according to the idea that we have in mind, but we need to freeze our mindset according to the market movement. So that is the reason why I'm prepared to see multiple scenarios. On the 10-minute chart, yeah, no worries, feel free to ask any questions. It's really a waiting game. We need to wait for the market to show what it's got. Yes, yes, when you see that I'm talking about bearish idea that I want to go short, like I would want to see the changes happening on the 4-hour chart or the 1-hour chart, basically the higher time frame. Then I'll be going short, then I'll be looking for shorts. We'll be getting a new 30-minute candle in 1 minute and 45 seconds, and hopefully we get in with that new 30-minute candle, or else we will be needing to wait. When this current 30-minute candle closes, then we'll be getting a fair value gap around here, and then this area will become a point of interest for us where we must look for buys. Yeah, but all of the things that I'm talking about here will be in my mentorship, like how to determine the trend, how to determine the bias, you know? Like I will explain all of those things in the future mentorship that I will launch. Hopefully in December, if not in December, then in January. Like it's a lot of contents. I'm writing a lot of books and PDF. Like I'm only doing it for you as a client to understand. Like you must not purchase it and look at it and eventually you don't understand the concept that I'm explaining into it. Like you need to learn it and then you need to understand it and then you need to be able to apply it independently. Because like there are some courses out there, like you buy it and when you eventually look at the videos in the courses, like you don't really understand anything, you don't really know how to apply those concepts in the real-time market. No, I don't have any one-on-one mentorship yet, but definitely in the future. We're getting the pullback now. Yes, I wait for the body close. We're getting the pullback now, and hopefully we get a deep enough retracement into our buy limit. Okay, the new 30-minute candle has opened. Yes, in the near future, in somewhere in December, if not December, then definitely on January. Like you need to prepare to it. So the new 30-minute candle should give us our entry. I do hope that we do get a deep enough retracement. But if we do not get our entry yet, and we break above this high, then we should get our entry after the breakout, and then we should wait for a pullback back into the same zone to eventually go long. Like the main thing that I try to focus every day is catching the main move. And when you want to catch the main daily move, you need to have a lot of patience. You need to wait for the setup. You must not chase it, you must not run into any entries, you must wait it. Like yesterday, we waited a long time to get into this long. We did wait a long time to finally get into it, and when we finally got into the long, it gave us around 1 gazillion pips. And now some people are still holding this long move, and they're basically 300-400 pips in profit. Yeah, we all were bad at trading, but you need to put the work in, and once you put the work in with the right content, you will definitely get good at it. Let's see what is happening on the 5-minute, because the market is not giving us any pullback. I'm not seeing any special thing on the 5-minute yet. Let's go to the 3-minute. Okay, price action on the 2-minute is currently bearish. Hopefully it stays that way until it gives us our entry. Yes, Zual, how are you? And we're still waiting for our entry to arrive. Yes, you can use the high time frame to find your potential buy and selling zone. And once you identify your potential buy and selling zone on the 1 hour chart, then you can use the 5 minute chart to look for your confirmation. Like the reason why we do that, you would want to be wanting smaller stop loss, and that is the reason why in those 1 hour zones we go basically to the 5 minute chart to start looking for confirmation once price action has returned into the 1 hour zone that you found. Why I don't use order block? Well, I do use order block, and for most of the time price doesn't always reach the order block. Like we always get a reaction from the fear failure gap. For example, if we look at this, if we look at current price action, like on the 1 hour chart, we can clearly see that price did not reach the 1 hour order block. Instead, we took out liquidity on the 1 hour chart on the fear failure gap. Like from experiences, like from what I've noticed, I see that price reacts more on fear failure gap than order blocks. And that is the reason why I use more fair failure gaps than order block. Like maybe on other pairs you will see price will react more on order blocks than fair failure gap. But based on my personal experience, because I've been trading gold for around 1 to 2 years now, like I'm seeing that gold reacts more on fair failure gap than order block most of the time. So based on the 50 minute, I don't think we'll be getting our entry yet. We'll be breaking of this high, and then hopefully we get our entry on the pullback, because this is still a point of interest for us. If I do use inverse fair value gap, I did use it one time ago, but eventually it's too much. Like you need to try to keep your concept very simple. Unless you can apply multiple things at the same time, then you can definitely use inverse fair value gap into your analysis. But if you seem to be struggling with that, then I advise you not to use it. But yeah, I do look at it sometimes. I might not place it on my chart, but I do focus on such things. For example, if we do break above this high and this bearish fair value gap, there was a bearish fair value gap around here, would be turning into a support zone. So this is basically our inverse fair value gap zone. But if I start marking out all of those things, our chart will become too clustered. So like some of the concept that we use, you need to keep it in your mind. You must not place it on your chart, because if your chart gets too clustered, you will get confused. I like the chart when it's clean. Usually when I trade, you won't see anything on my chart. I usually analyze price like this. But because this is a live stream, then I'm adding all of those kind of levels. But this is more peaceful to look at, for me at least. But for streaming purposes, I'll be leaving these things. And we're almost at a 100 viewer. Thank you guys for the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. So, what is my dude premise that I have in mind? I'll be giving you guys my dude premise. So if we do break above this high and we do not get into the long move yet, I will be then moving my buy limit to 50% of this fair value gap for a possible pullback. Of course, when we do that, our stop loss would get bigger. Then I would ask you guys to lower your risk when we will be pushing our buy limit a little bit higher. So that is my third premise. But we're not applying it yet because we did not break above this high. And because we did not break above this high yet, we'll be keeping our buy limit at the same level still. Like yesterday, it took a long time for us to get into this move. And it also took a long time for price to finally move out of this area to go to the upside. And we're almost nearing 100 viewers. Let me just delete these levels to make the chart much more clearer. Yes, and I'm still in this long move. And hopefully you guys also got into this long move. As I explained to you guys yesterday on the forecast, I was waiting on a pullback and then I will be going long on the pullback based on the forecast. And now we're waiting for another entry around here. Now it's honestly a waiting game. Like trading is all about patience, and it teaches you to have patience, because if you do not have patience, you will enter moves without any confirmation, and then you will get wrecked. With who should I do a collab on Sunday? Like, I will be placing it in the comment, then you guys must tell me with who my next collab should be with. Please check the comment. I'm also planning to do collabs with the AlphaFX, but that is for the future. He's basically the big dog, so I'm reserving him for much later use. But for now, I'll be doing collabs with other small traders community. Yeah, I placed their name in the comment section. So either out of these four, I will be doing my next collab with on the nice live session. Either Joel, either Kelvin FX, or Dave FX, or either the financial associates. They are also wonderful traders. Very good. With ICT, that is a very long stretch. Well, then I need to find some kind of way to contact him. And on the and on the next live session, I will be definitely teaching you guys another concept. It is not quite known, but you can definitely use it to get snipers. Feel free to keep on asking questions. As for now, it is a waiting game. If I think that you are overbooked, I do use a different type of concept to determine that, and I'll be showing it now. Okay, let's go to the cleaner side of the chart. So for example, the market is bullish, and the market is creating higher high, higher low. So like every time the market has traded above, for example, previous day high, or we have created a new higher high, then the moment the market is trading above this high, the market is overbought. And how do we know that? When we use our Fibonacci tool, we can definitely see that the market is overbought when we're using our Fibonacci tool, because the market is trading above the 50% level. And how does the market get back into normal? The market will get back into normal when it trades back into discount. It will reprice into discount for further buy continuation, to further continue up. You see? So every time the market is overbought, we created a new higher high, we can always expect a sell. You see? A sell into discount to eventually continue higher. This sell, you can scalp it, but I'm not trading this kind of. I usually wait for the pullback, and then I try to enter another long on the pullback. But there is also another scenario. The market can also buy on, keep on buying on an overbought condition. So for example, when the market is broken above a previous higher high, and for example, you've taken out your Fibonacci tool, you are waiting for price to reprice back into discount, but there are certain times you don't see that happening. But that is the reason why you need to observe market structure very carefully. And for example, if you see something like this on the chart, on the higher time frame, especially on the 1 hour and the 30-minute chart, and usually when you see pattern like this occurring, then the market will continue buying on an overbought condition without getting into discount. And if we look at today's market, we're getting the pullback finally. I'll explain this a little bit later again. Let's observe price for now. So now price has traded into our buy zone. So like as I did explain before, our first buy attempt will be around here, and if this one fails, then we'll be buying a bit lower around this area. And this was the buy zone. Yes, I will give an analysis later. For now, let's focus on the buying, because we did get the pullback into the fair value gap, and price could start reversing around here. But I do not want to buy so high, because if we buy so high, our stop loss will be around 50 pips, and I do not want that. Hopefully we manages to get in. And we're currently in the fair value gap. I do not want to buy it because it is too high, but maybe because we want to wait for price to trade lower, we can miss out on this buying move. But let's see. We still have 30 minutes to go before a new 30-minute candle open. We still have 11 minutes before this current 30-minute candle closes. And around 10 minutes to go before we get a new 30-minute candle. Okay, so our buy limit is almost activated, but you don't need to wait for it to hit it precisely. You can start entering the gold buy, right? You can start entering the gold buy around now. Yes, I did enter it about now because like the difference wasn't that big. So now would be the right time to start buying. Did you guys enter in the buy? So we're currently in the buy. I did jump in because like the price difference was like this, around 2 to 3 pips difference. So I jump in around here. So let's see how it will work out. We need the new 30-minute candle to push price further up. And don't forget to like and share the stream. If you interact with the stream, more people will see it. And once more people manages to see my stream, then I will get motivated to do it daily. Like, it depends on you guys. Currently 13 pips in profit. It's not much, we want 100 pips. Okay, so price is moving away very good now. But still, we need it to break above this high. So, if you are in the buy move, and then we manages to get so if price manages to get above this high, then you can add your stop loss to break even. Easy. So if you do get above this high, then you can add your stop loss to break even. Let's see, our position is activated and we're waiting for it to break this high, and when we manage to break above this high, we add our stop loss to break even, and then we chill. And that is how we basically hunt the main move of the day, and that is my specialty. I don't try to treat all these kind of things. Like, my main focus is trying to find the main move of the day. It's not that I cannot treat this, but like when we're trading independently, we have a choice, and my choice is to look for the main setup of the day. Yeah, keep on liking and commenting. It will only help the live to reach more people. You are in profit. Let's see, we're currently around 30 pips in profit. Yeah, and we're almost breaking above this high. I'll be repeating it again. And once we manage to break above this high, please add your stop loss to break even and don't remove it from break even, because this move can potentially take us to the new all-time high. Yeah, it took a while before we got the setup, you see, and that is why patience is very important. If you don't have any patience, you will miss out on a lot of things. And it also applies to a lot of in real life situation. Like, patience is virtue, you need to have it. If you don't have patience, things will go wrong. Of course, there are some cases where you have the patience but things still go wrong, but that is the reason why you must be consistent with the thing that you're doing, you see. Yeah, please keep on commenting and add your stop loss to break even. We finally broke above the high. Add your stop loss to break even, everyone. Of course, if you're a scalper, you'll be taking in your profit now because you are 30 plus pip in profit. But if you're not a scalper, then you will be waiting for your first target to hit at around 90 pips. Like, our first target is around 60 to 70 pips. Our second target is around 100 pips, and our third target is around 150 pips. Okay, so now our position is now in profit, and the weight is basically on the pump because price will give us more pump. Don't forget to share and like if you're making money. We need more viewers. We need to hit the 100 benchmark. So the new 30-minute candle will open in 2 minutes, and hopefully the new 30-minute candle will bring more new life flow into the chart. The new 30-minute candle will open in 1 minute. It can potentially bring us a new volume into the marketplace. So if you did miss the buy move, like, no, it's better to wait for tomorrow. It's better to wait for tomorrow if you miss the buy move. Trying to enter the buy move right now is very high risk, and I do not recommend for you to enter the buy move now. But let's see, maybe we can get another second entry once you manage to break above this high, because once you manage to break above this high, the bullish framework for today will be further confirmed. Yeah, we are already in break even. We're no longer, our stop loss is no longer here. Our stop loss is already in break even, so we're basically risk free on this buy move. But for those people that are not in the move, if we do manage to break above this high and we go further to the upside, we need to wait for a fair value gap. And if you see a fair value gap on the 1 hour chart around this area, and then you can use that area for potential buys. But for now, if you're not in the buy, you should wait out. You should sit this one out. Like, the market is here forever. The market won't run away. And we're getting more pump with the new 30-minute candle. So yeah, but keep up to date with my Telegram channel, because of course I will not be updating 8 hours a day. So if you do get a breakout, I'll be updating it on my Telegram channel what kind of zone you can use to get into more potential buy. But for now, you must stay out of any buys, because it is basically too high for you to get into buys. And if you buy around here, your stop loss will be around 80 pips, and that is not logical. Unless you're targeting 3000, then you can buy at current price. Price might be giving us a potential retest in this fair value gap to continue higher. And that is the reason why I've marked this zone out. I want to see price give us a nice reaction around here to continue higher. And if you do break this new higher high, then you can add your stop loss a bit higher. But for now, you keep your stop loss around here. I'm just observing the 1 minute to 2 minute zones to see what it is doing there. But in order for us to go up, we need to keep rejecting from the zone. But we're already in break even. So now the wait is for price to start moving from here to go up. We're already in break even. Let me reduce the stop loss to showcase that we're in break even for the new viewers. Our stop loss at break even is around here. So we have enough room to give price the necessary room to keep on doing its thing. I see that price wants to push lower, but we're still in the long move. As long as we do not break below this low. We need to start getting some rejection around here. Price need to start rejecting from this area to continue higher. It's honestly a waiting game. Let's see. We're already in the buy move, but we need to see it moving higher. Well, we might potentially retest Asia high. It's also possible because there is still a valid buy level around here, and we did explain it in the beginning that if price does trade into this area, that we'll be using this zone as a buy zone. But for now, the current buy zone is around here, and that is the reason why we're using this area as a buy zone. But we must also keep in mind, like as she said, Chikox, if I read your name correctly, we'll be using this zone also as a zone of interest if price doesn't want to buy from this area. So let's also keep this in mind, and thank you for the reminder. Yeah, we need to see price. This current 45-minute candle needs to reject, and move up. It needs to close as a bullish candle. Maybe if you give the stream more life, it will start pushing up. That could also work. We still have 18 minutes before we get the new 45-minute candle. The reason why I'm focused on this new 45-minute candle is because it needs to close bullish. And once the new 45-minute candle, once the current 45-minute candle closes bullish, then we'll be getting more confidence that the new 45-minute candle will continue further to the upside. So that is the main focus for now. And that is the reason why you see me, guys, on the 45-minute time frame, because this is the important time frame for me now that I'm observing. Hey Zahir, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Let's see what the 30-minute is telling. Nothing fascinating yet. Yeah, we still need price to break above this high. And once price has managed to break above these two highs right here, once we get above them, then you could move your stop loss a bit higher. Now let's focus again on the 45-minute chart. If it's too late to enter, well, it's better to sit this one out if you did miss the first entry around here, because if you would be entering around here, your stop loss would be super big and it could potentially bring your capital into risk. So I think I might live stream tomorrow because I think this is fun. So if I do live stream tomorrow, then you can definitely join the live stream for tomorrow and get your buy entry. But for now, we're staying out of buy entry, like the thing that we're doing. We're currently watching our current buy entry. We need to see it hit our TP target. But for now, I'm not sending out any new entries. Maybe, it's a maybe, but for now, no new buy entries. Yeah, we still have 50 minutes for the new 4 to 5 minute candle to close bullish to go to the upside, and we need to break above this high. Yeah, the volume of the music is down because the viewer requested it to lower the volume so that they can hear my voice much better. Yeah, it is waiting for a specific time volume. Like, that is the thing about gold. It moves according to time. And the potential new 45 minute candle can give us some new volume. Hopefully to the upside. And I'm 100% sure that we will definitely get to the new all-time high today. Like, it's not very far anymore. Feel free to keep on asking questions in the comments. Wait, I was explaining something 30 minutes ago. I think it was around here. Something about overbought condition. When do you know that the market is overbought? So, for example, when the market is in a bullish condition and we created a new higher high, in order for the market not to be overbought anymore, we need to wait for the reprice back into discount level. The discount level is under the 50% level. So when price reprices back into discount level, then you'll buy on a discount level and target the recently created high as a TP target. You see? But there are in certain cases where the market will keep on buying in an overbought condition. And how does that usually look like? So when we break above a recently created high and we created a new higher high, that means that the market is currently overbought. So we'll be needing a pullback into discount for the market to not be overbought anymore. But there are in some cases where you will see that the market will keep on buying in an overbought condition, and you need to look out for this pattern. this is a bullish mitigation block. You need to look out for it. So for example, if you see this kind of pattern on the 1 hour chart or the 30-minute chart, you can definitely expect the market to keep on buying in an overbought condition. You might not hear it out there because I've managed to find this out based on my own personal experience and backtesting, and I've also forward tested this in real life market condition, and I was going to explain it. So currently the market is buying in an overbought condition. And how do we know that it is buying in an overbought condition? I'll be deleting everything for one moment. So when the market broke above Monday high, this was our sign that the market is currently in an overbought condition. And if we'll be using our Fibonacci tool, we'll be obviously waiting for the market to trade into discount. And as you guys can see, the market is not currently buying in discount. We are currently buying in an overbought condition. And why are we buying in an overbought condition? Well, the reason why we're buying in an overbought condition is because there is a support in premium. And that is the reason why the market is buying in an overbought condition. You see? So I hope that you guys finally managed to understand why the market is sometimes buying in an overbought condition and why it is sometimes buying in a not overbought condition. I give you guys 2 examples, but in my mentorship I will be diving deeper into this concept, and you guys should be waiting for my mentorship that will be dropping in December or January. I see that price is moving a lot higher now, and we finally broke the high that I've mentioned about. So you can definitely move your stop loss to around here, around this area, and you do not remove it anymore from this area. The hours that my streams are going to start are usually 8 a.m. or sometimes 10 a.m. It depends on price action. It depends if you have news that day. But with no news, I will normally start at 8 a.m. If there is news, I might start at 9 a.m. UTC -3. So now because we finally managed to break above this high and we do not remove it. Now we have the expectation that when we get the new 45-minute candle, we will push up. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'll be live streaming tomorrow, it depends. But I will be definitely announcing it on my Telegram channel. I was planning to live stream 1 time a week, but it totally depends on you guys. and the market condition, because I will not be live streaming when the market is not high probable, because that will not be favorable to us. But make sure that you're in tune with my Telegram channel, because that is the place where I place most of my updates. And we have 6 minutes until we get a new 45-minute candle and a new 1-hour candle, of course. That is the most important one. Yes, and as you can see, we can clearly see that price wants to move higher. Hopefully we get the explosive move to our first TP target around here. Like the 5-minute is also bullish right now. It's just a matter of time before we create the new all-time high. Yes, we're definitely breaking it. We're definitely going to break the high. Yes, you guys need to keep on liking the stream. That is the only way it can reach more people. And of course, you need to share it. And we have around 3 minutes left to get new candle data on the 30-minute, as well on the 50-minute, as well on the 10-minute, and as well on the 5-minute. And we can clearly see that price is pushing higher little by little. And our previous position from yesterday is still running. Let's see how many pips in profit we are from the one of yesterday. So from the position of yesterday, we are currently 300 pips in profit. Soon our full target will be reached, and that is around 400 pips. No, I'm lying, that is around 600 pips. So now we have two active running position, one from yesterday and one from today. How long am I planning to do the live stream? Well, I'll be doing the live stream for a very long time. This is just the beginning. For now, I'll be doing it once weekly, and then 2 weekly, and then every day, because I still need to get the hang of this. Like, I was still hesitant if I should live stream today, but yeah, I still did it because I made the announcement yesterday. And of course, with all of my important announcement, I share it on my Telegram public channel. So if you do check the description below, you will see my Telegram channel. Yes, and thank you for the support. You're done off. Yes, and my monthly sub is around 50 US per month. But if you're a beginner, you want to learn how to trade like me, like analyze the market like me, then you should wait on my course. Because like one of the most important thing that most people forget to do is that they forget to learn and master a concept. So even though you might be copying from a master trader, but you do know your concept, like you will not be copying every trade, you will know how to filter the bad ones. Okay, our first TP is almost hit. Just a bit more than our first TP is hit. Yeah, our first TP is hit around 66 pips. Let me see how many pips we got in the back. Yeah, we got around 66 pips. Yeah, our TP1 got hit. Now we're waiting for price to reach our TP2 level, and that is around 100 pips. Spam the comment section and the like button. Yes, I personally only trade the New Year session, but there are some cases where I trade the London session, but it depends. Because my style of trading is to focus on the main move of the day. So I don't necessarily trade all the sessions, because there are in some cases where I trade the Asian session, and there are some cases where I trade the London session. But it depends on price action, you see. And no, there is no re-entry. For re-entry, you should be joining the live from tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will be live streaming tomorrow, but it's better to wait this one out if you're not in the long move yet. But our first TP manages to get hit. Okay, let's see. Let me do another analysis. Okay, I'm seeing that price wants to give us a fair value gap around here for a potential long move. Yeah, I do have crypto payment available. If you text me on Telegram, I'll provide you with my administration username so you can do the payment. Yeah, so our first target managed to get hit. I think there's not much to do anymore. I will be soon ending the live stream, and I'll be updating everything on my Telegram public channel. But for now, I'm still in this move. I'm also still in the one from yesterday. It's all active. We're on break even. And for further updates, I will be doing that on my Telegram channel. So make sure that you subscribe to my Telegram channel to stay up to date with my recent announcements. So I'll be ending the stream for now. It has been like a 2-hour session, and I really need to drink some water. So yeah, thank you guys for joining the live stream, and thank you guys for the support.